Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this week's section of reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, just in case you're seeing it somewhere else. What else was I going to say? The cards and dice that's listed below. I think that's pretty much what I got for you. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. With no further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Gemini? My fingers just got really cold. What just happened? That's very interesting. I think my fingers did get cold. I don't think they're that cold. It just seems it to me. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. This is Gemini. Gemini. Before I get too deep into it, I'm already getting it's like you clearly can see many angles. Be careful what angles you're paying attention to. So, like if I'm looking at the rainbow, for example, you have all these possibilities, and if you're putting them in categories like colors, just for argument's sake. And you could go beyond that if you wanted to, but it's kind of like notice what you're paying attention to, what's getting your attention and what's not getting your attention. You may see possibilities over here, but you're maybe not paying too much close of attention to them, if that makes sense. It's almost like if you're looking for a job and you're looking at a certain specific market and you can see a lot of different possibilities here. So say it was office work. But are there other places, other things, like maybe there's other things like, waste removal and stuff like that where they have the same opportunities and you know that they're probably there, but you're maybe not centering your energy as much. You know it's a possibility, but you're not centering your energy there. It's all about where your focus is going. Not the ability to see possibility, but what possibilities are you focusing on more? This energy is very up and down right from the get-go. Ironically, I think you're accepting a limitation on this current situation, whatever it is. Whatever this situation is, I don't feel like I love it, but I'm like, well, this is what it is. This is what I got to do. It's not the worst, but it'll work for now, or at least this is what I need to do. You might have the beauty card is usually like one of those things like you have a lot more potential than you're giving yourself credit for. Sometimes it's feeling you have physical or emotional or some other limitation. Maybe you have a financial limitation. You're like, I'd love to do that, but I can't get across this hurdle. It could be something like that. This is saying you have more potential than you're giving yourself credit for. You have more ability than you're giving yourself credit for. Because I've heard this from other Geminis. I'm not a Gemini, but still, that they see the possibilities, but sometimes even though they see them, they don't feel like they can actually attain them, or not easy. It would be they can see the possibility of getting somewhere, but like the strength it would take to get there, they feel is beyond their reach. I've heard people say this to me before. So I don't know if there's something like that going on here, but take that with a grain of salt as we move forward. Are you overthinking it or underthinking it? That's a good question. It's about focus. It's something about focus. It's either over or under. I don't know. I really don't know which, because I get the Hierophant coming in like this. Like I believe in a certain structure that I know is faulty, which is weird. It's like I'm believing in something that I know is not completely ironclad, but for some reason I'm believing in it. And then Ace of Cups like this too. And it's kind of like, even though I know it's faulty, there's certain things I get out of it that make me feel safe, even though it doesn't bring me to the happiness that I really want. So take this with a grain of salt. And they're trying to reiterate this. You have the mental capabilities to do this. You know what you need to do. You can put the plan together. You can make this happen. You're holding yourself back for some reason. And for whoever this is hitting for, you know why that is. Maybe there's history. Maybe there's something you grew up feeling a certain way. Maybe certain plans have failed and you're like, well, this is why it failed and I don't want to do that to myself again. Could be something like that. All right, so it's about helping you get to that happiness that you really do deserve in life. That's what this reading is supposed to help with. And there's something coming in and it's right there. The Sun card with the Five of Swords is kind of like, oh, that could be awesome, but what would it matter? The two of these together, that's how they match. This is the fruitless win. Like, I could get it, but who cares? It's kind of like winning that plot of land, but it's got so much waste on it that it's like, oh, it's technically mine. I've always wanted it, but it's destroyed, and the work it would take to fix it is just not worth it. That's kind of what it is. It's like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like always getting what I wanted, but not getting the version that I needed. This over here, this is the perfect day. This is like exactly what I wanted. Realistically, what I was hoping for, getting exactly what I wanted. And it's kind of like, it's right there in front of you, but I feel like you're already kind of like, no, it would be nice. That'd be great, but no, that's not going to be for me. Whatever this is, by the way, it's not hanging around very long. Success is right here in front of you. It's not going to be there very long, though. It's either get on the boat or don't. It's one of those moments. Kind of like the boat's here. It'll probably hang out in harbor for like an hour, maybe two, but you're either on it or you're not when it pulls away. You're either on it or you're not. There's not a long time to really think about it. You're either going with it or you're not, which seems very... It's funny because like if I was thinking of like this in my own life, they're like, you're either coming with us or you're not. I'd be like, oh, I'm not, because that's freaking me out. But I'm not a Gemini, so I don't know what you're dealing with. It seems to me it's more like getting to know people or something like, you know, it doesn't seem like it's dangerous. Let's just see. Because, like, I can think of instances where it's kind of like, if it's that, you should not go for it. But other things like you know, getting invited to a party where it's kind of like, oh, that's not that bad. But if I either go and I enjoy it and I make some good connections, or I miss the party and there's a lot of connections, they were all there. Kind of like, you know, one of those once a year or once every 5 year parties. Almost like somebody's anniversary or like somebody's 50th anniversary. You're going to meet people there you normally wouldn't, and that's not the type of party that happens every day or even every year. I feel like it's more of that. It should be rational. Yeah, you got the moon like this. Is like, it's not that bad, but there are some mysteries here with it. The Two of Swords reversed is telling me there's nothing really blocking you. Do I have the Two of Swords out here? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. It's on the card, but it's reversed. The Two of Swords is reversed. There's nothing blocking you. There shouldn't be anything dangerous. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. Use your own thoughts. If this seems dangerous, don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I'm going to say. So this shouldn't be anything dangerous. I don't know. I'm having that weird feeling like, you know what's good and what's not good for you. You have your own faculties about you. If it seems dangerous or could potentially wipe your finances out, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just saying. Do what you got to do. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. I'm just saying. Whatever the situation is, there's a lot of positive social energy here. A lot of new people. Can we get more about these people? I feel like it's new people. No, there's no, what do you call it? No background. That's why, well, new people. I was saying new people, and then they're saying, yeah, there's no background with these people. In other words, you don't know them. There's new people. They're new people. I don't know why I'm giving myself a hard time about it. It's not like they have no background. They just popped out of thin air and now they exist. It's not like that, obviously. But like they don't have any background with you is the point. Nothing holding them back. There could be people here who want to attach to others. Like people who want to be a part of something, who want to get to know other people. People very open to getting to know other people. People open to creating new friendships, new connections. People who don't want to do things by themselves. That's up to you whether that's a benefit or not. I feel like if this situation is going the way I think, I want people who want to be connected with me more. I want people who want to be keep in contact. This is a moment for that. People who want to be a part of a group. That's what this is. Okay. If you choose to do this, I think that's where this reading is going. If you choose to be a part of this, then you take this opportunity. I don't think it's dangerous. Again, think for yourself if this is right or not. Always rely on your own judgment. You know, you're the executive of your experience, always. 5 of Cups. A plan is being formed if you decide to go forward with this. This is the High Priestess. The 2 of Major Arcana is the High Priestess. And then the 5 of Cups like this. There's good here. It has the potential to be better. They're asking that whatever is presented to you, it may seem like, well, this is just what it is. That's all there is. They're asking you to not take that like judgment has been rendered. This is what it is. That's all we're going to do with it. You're Gemini. Always remember you're Gemini. Other people may think there's 4 walls with a roof. That's what it is. That's all it is. You can see potential to add on things, to change how things look. You could add a window to this wall. You could add that to that wall. You could dig down further and create a basement possibly. You could go up higher and take off the roof, add a couple stories, and then put a new roof on top. You can see things. Other people's that just either they can't or they don't want to. Could be they don't want to. If somebody else is being very rigid and saying, this is what it is, Gemini, and you either like it or you don't, smile and nod, but remember that you know things that maybe they don't want you to know, or that you can see things that either they can't or don't want to see. They're just asking for you to remember who you are and that you see things that other people either don't want to or can't. Remember that. Because when this comes forward, it's a progression. Okay, progression. You're not going to like that. Ironically, in this one, they're like saying, exactly, you're not supposed to like that. But as part of this not liking it, you're also not supposed to accept it. Release yourself. You don't have to fight anybody. Like, you don't have to argue with anybody. Just make sure you don't internalize, oh, that's what they said it is, this is what it is. Don't internalize that. Remember that you don't have to be locked into that. You don't have to be bound to that. They are, okay, then they are. You keep yourself free. Free yourself from this thought. The situation may be this way where you're like, I don't like this. This is overdefined. This is very rigid. They're saying, good, don't like it. You're not supposed to. And also, don't accept it. Don't accept it. And then start looking for your ways to change the structure. Because we use that 4 walls, a roof. This is all it is. This is all it is. It's 1 room. That's all it is. And you're like, okay, that's all it is. Okay. And then you're in that room. You're like, I hate this. It's gray. It's boring. And there's nothing here. Start creating your plan to where this is what I'd like here. This is how I could change it. I would need this and I would need that. I wonder how I could get those things. Remember that you have more ability than you give yourself credit for. Somebody else might want to kind of like make you feel like they have control or you can't do anything. No, Gemini, you can't change this. Your mind is free. Remember that. You're a Gemini. If you choose this path and you keep your mind free, I really feel like that's all it is. Gemini loves to see different angles. You love it. It seems to be something that really gives you guys life's blood, at least in my opinion from what I've seen. That earth energy is really working because the more you decide you want to change things, you're probably not going to be alone. And you might end up finding a groove where you get into some type of plan or some type of way. So it's almost like, okay, this room, we all decided we don't like it. We want a couple windows here, a door there, we want this there, we want a couple more stories above. And it's like, then your energy is going to be like, all right, I know what we want. Now, how many different ways can I find for it to happen? Because the more different ways I can find for it to happen, I can present it to these other people, and they can move forward with me. Kind of like, oh, we tried a couple different things. We tried 3 or 4 different things. They didn't work. We couldn't get people to back us on it. But we did this one over here. That seems to be working. Okay, can we lock that in? Okay, let's see what we can do with that. All right, what potential could we build from that? Let me look over here. So it's almost like, all right, I don't like the initial plan. We create a new one, and then I have to find all these different ways, possibilities to keep making it happen and keep moving it forward. And I'm just talking about the room and the structure, adding windows and stories, right? I'm not talking about decorating. I'm not talking about what's going to be inside these rooms. There's so many things to keep you busy and keep you alive and keep you lively, I should say, with this whole situation. You'll keep seeing these possibilities go forward. There's certain things where it's like the original structure I don't like. We want to evolve the structure. But once the structure is evolved and it feels more free and more like I can, stretch my arms out, then it's like, okay, how do I want it to look? What do I want in these rooms? All that comes in, and that can be as fluid as you want it to be. I feel like if I get that far, it'll be more than okay. It'll be more than like fluid to the way I need it. I already spoke to this, didn't I? All right, so this is somebody wants to hold you back and wants to define the situation. They're defining it out of fear, by the way. So whoever's saying, Gemini, this is what it is. This is as far as it goes. It's a room with 4 walls, and that's it. A roof, that's it. That's it. They're pushing that because of fear. This is a fear card. Exactly what flavor of fear that is depends on your situation. That may or may not be something you can do something with. It's something for you to discover as you go if you choose this path. This will work for you, ironically. If you go down this road, 4 walls, blah, blah, blah. Certain things, I feel like it would serve me better to accept that, all right, there's certain limitations. Certain things. Like, all right, this room has 4 walls. We need to keep this room. We can add some windows. We can add some doors. We can add a couple stories. But, like, the limitation would be we can add only so many windows without damaging the structure. We can only do so many stories up without damaging the structure. We only have so much land we actually own, and we need places to park cars, so there's only so much we can make it go wide or whatever. There will be some limitations. Addressing the limitations in the beginning will help you know where you can and can't expand. I don't think that they're just, with the surrender card, with the 2 of Pentacles, identify what here is the actual limitation and then just work with it. Work within it. You can do great with it. There will be some limitations. They don't have to be limitations that hold you down to the point where you feel like you can't breathe. Keep that in mind. Anything else with that? I feel like we got there, so whatever I needed to say, I feel like we said it. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.